At this very moment, in the gritty heart of Baltimore, a $430 million gamble is unfolding inside one of the NFL's most iconic stadiums. With a panoramic rooftop overlooking the skyline, glass-walled suites that bring you within breathing distance of the quarterback, and a colossal video board as wide as the Statue of Liberty lying on its side, the new stadium isn't shy about its ambitions. It draws inspiration from the dark legacy of Edgar Allan Poe, embraces Baltimore's raw urban edge, and wraps it all in a glowing shell of cutting-edge tech. But as the deadline nears and expectations soar, so do the questions. Can this project truly live up to the hype? Or is it just another glittering illusion funded by lottery dollars? It's time to step inside one of the most ambitious renovations in NFL history, where the air is thick, the crowd is loud, and the stakes have never been higher. When M&T Bank Stadium opened in 1998, it was hailed as one of the NFL's most fan-friendly venues. Its open-air sightlines, spacious concourses, and prime downtown location made it a jewel in the Ravens' crown.
I think what you're about to see will be the finest stadium ever built for professional football in this country.
For years, it delivered on that promise, hosting roaring playoff crowds, legendary players, and 2 Super Bowl celebrations. But as the decades passed, the NFL landscape changed. Stadiums weren't just places to watch a game anymore. They had become year-round destinations, packed with luxury amenities, high-tech features, and social spaces designed to keep fans engaged from the moment they walked through the gates. While M&T Bank Stadium remained structurally sound, it was showing its age and lacking the wow factor that newer venues brought to the table. That's when the Maryland Stadium Authority and the Ravens organization made a decisive move. In December 2023, they announced a sweeping renovation plan.
But now we'll make a major investment in transforming and enhancing that game day and fan experience for every one of our fans.
Not just a touch-up, but a comprehensive reimagining of what the stadium could be. The decision wasn't just about keeping pace with other NFL venues, it was about securing the team's long-term future in Baltimore. A new lease extension tied to the project ensured the Ravens would remain in the city for years to come. The vision called for a stadium that could rival the best in the league while keeping its unique Baltimore character. Gensler, a global architecture firm known for blending innovation with local identity, was brought on board to lead the design. Their challenge? To create a space that delivered cutting-edge technology and modern comforts while preserving the stadium's open-air atmosphere and the electric, close-to-the-field energy Ravens fans love. In the planning phase, conversations went beyond the luxury seating and digital upgrades. The team looked at how fans moved through the building, how they gathered before and after games, and how the stadium could be used outside of football season. The goal was clear: turn M&T Bank Stadium into a destination every day of the year, from Sunday kickoffs to summer concerts, fan festivals, and community events. But as blueprints gave way to bulldozers, one question loomed over every beam and bolt. Could they truly build a stadium experience as fierce, unyielding, and electrifying as the Ravens themselves? The only way to find out was to get to work. The first visible step in the stadium's rebirth came in early 2024 as demolition crews moved in just weeks after the Ravens' season ended. ISI Demolition began clearing targeted areas, old press box structures, and outdated amenities, carefully dismantling them to prepare for the next phase of transformation. Every cut of steel and pour of concrete had to align perfectly with the stadium's existing framework, so contractors verified every dimension on site before committing to fabrication. This was more than demolition. It was precision surgery on a living, breathing NFL venue. Once the old structures were cleared, the first major addition to Rise was the Miller Lite Gatehouse and roof deck, commonly referred to simply as the Gatehouse, a 2-story social hub that instantly embodied the spirit of the renovation. Spanning more than 5,000 square feet on each level, about the size of 2 full basketball courts, it combined an open-air rooftop deck with sweeping skyline views and a vibrant ground-floor sports bar atmosphere. Designed to host hundreds of people, not just on game days but for events year-round, it demanded a rock-solid foundation. To handle the weight of large crowds without overburdening the existing structure, crews used fiberglass-reinforced concrete, a lightweight yet remarkably strong solution that delivered both safety and longevity. Nearby, the Blackwing Premium Lounge took shape at field level, tucked beneath the club seating. 10 individual suites, each with retractable glass balconies, created a rare vantage point just steps from the action. It wasn't just about luxury, it was about intimacy with the game, a design that put fans so close they could hear the quarterback's cadence. By 2025, the focus shifted toward technology and comfort. The most jaw-dropping change was the installation of a 216-foot wide video screen at Gate A, so wide it could span the entire length of the Statue of Liberty laid on its side, eclipsing the old Ravens Vision display. Across the stadium, 29 new boards added more than 6,500 square feet of visual real estate, with plans to push that to 12,000 square feet. Fans would no longer just watch the game, they'd be surrounded by it. Fan amenities were upgraded with equal ambition. On the stadium's west side, a new 4,900 square foot retail store replaced the old ticket office. Outfitted with RFID self-checkout and immersive LED displays, it was designed to handle the crush of game day crowds while staying open for business year-round. Even the stadium entrances were being reimagined. The North Plaza was transformed into a true grand arrival point, anchored by a 6,600 square foot structure housing retail and hospitality space. New premium clubs also began to take shape. The Raven, with design elements inspired by Edgar Allan Poe, and the Trust, a South Side club styled after early Baltimore bank halls, offering ultra-premium comfort within steps of the player tunnel and press room. The final stage, set for completion in 2026, will expand the upper concourses by more than 12,000 square feet, giving fans more room to move, gather, and take in views of the field from multiple levels. The South Plaza will debut as a new tailgate and hospitality zone, blurring the line between the stadium and the street festival outside. Behind the scenes, mechanical and electrical systems are being upgraded to meet modern demands, including a new chiller plant to keep the massive new enclosed spaces comfortable in any season. None of this has been easy. Gilbane has had to choreograph construction like a high-stakes performance, working through the short NFL offseason to deliver each phase on time without disrupting home games or other events like international soccer matches. Safety and efficiency have required creative solutions. In some areas, temporary laminate counters were installed so fans could still be served, while permanent concrete tops were quietly finished behind the scenes. And as the transformation unfolds, it's hard not to marvel at the precision and vision behind it, taking a beloved but aging stadium and, without tearing it down, reshaping it into something magnificent. But will it truly become everything it was intended to be? We're about to find out soon, with the final phase set to be completed just in time for the 2026 NFL season. The transformation of M&T Bank Stadium isn't just a major project in engineering and design, it's also a smart example of strategic planning. The original plan called for the $430 million cost to be fully covered by the Maryland Stadium Authority through bonds, repaid using state lottery funds, meaning no private loans and no extra city property taxes. As work progressed and costs rose, the Ravens committed an additional $20 million of their own funds. This structure gave the Ravens and the state the freedom to commit to big changes without putting extra costs on local homeowners. The deal also includes a 15-year lease extension, ensuring the team will stay in Baltimore through at least the 2037 season. Public reaction has been largely positive, especially among season ticket holders who see the upgrades as a commitment to both fan comfort and the team's long-term presence in the city.
So it's a dream come true for sure.
Some, however, have raised questions about using public funds for professional sports facilities, an ongoing debate in many NFL cities. Supporters counter that the renovation is not just about football, it's about securing year-round economic activity. The potential returns are significant. Expanded retail, premium clubs, and hospitality spaces will generate new revenue streams for the team, while improved fan flow and amenities should boost overall attendance and concession sales. Technology upgrades, like the massive 216-foot video board and over 100 new displays, are expected to enhance sponsor visibility and engagement, making the venue more attractive to corporate partners. Already, the changes are earning recognition. Industry insiders have praised the Ravens and Gensler for finding a balance between modern luxury and Baltimore's signature grit, avoiding the sterile feel that can come with ultra-modern stadiums. The Gatehouse has been highlighted as a model for how social spaces can be integrated into sports venues without disrupting sightlines or game day atmosphere. And yet, the final verdict will come from the people who matter most, the fans walking through the gates on opening day, taking in the skyline from the Gatehouse, watching replays on that towering video board, and feeling that familiar roar swell from the stands. If the designers and builders have done their job, those fans won't just see a renovated stadium. They'll feel like they're stepping into a new era for football in Baltimore. Because when you can take a place already steeped in memories, reshape it without losing its soul, and make it shine for the next generation, you're not just building for today, you're building for the legacy of the game itself. Ready to be amazed by the next groundbreaking construction project? Click on the video now and dive into a world where engineering and imagination collide. See you there!